On February 14th, 1990, the pale blue dot photo was taken, showing how small the Earth was. On this Earth, located within millions of universes, in Greensboro, North Carolina, sat a young man named Lucas Big Martin. Young yet large Martin has been seeing Mr. Laker, the therapist, for 2 years now. Please, take a seat and enjoy being the fly on the wall in Big Martin Goes to Therapy.
Hey, Mr. Laker.
Hello, Big Martin. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Nothing bad.
Good. Let's discuss the main topic of today, the journal.
Let me explain. In cognitive behavioral therapy, a structured journal is often used to manage stress and document unwanted thoughts so they can be challenged and replaced. Gargantuan Martin has been struggling with generalized anxiety disorder, so his therapist, Mr. Laker, has suggested a journal with a record where activating events, beliefs, and consequences are analyzed.
Oh yeah, the journal.
Yes, I believe it's been roughly a week since our last session. I hope you managed to write down any significant events.
I've got a few things down.
Please begin, in chronological order, of course.
Well, the first story begins the day after our previous session.
Bro, what do you need?
Hey, Bendy.
That's not my name. Now what do you need?
I'm sorry, man, but I can't get any sleep. Keep tossing and turning, but I can't sleep. I even moved my pillows to the foot of the bed. Moved to the couch. I've tried everything.
That's great, Biggest Martin.
No, it's not.
Please stop shouting. Do you know how late it is?
It's not that late.
It's 3 a.m. and we have school tomorrow.
That's exactly why I can't sleep. You know how much work we have tomorrow.
Please, stop yelling. You told me earlier that you didn't have any tests this week.
Yeah, but...
But what? You good?
I don't know. I just think things are gonna get messy.
Why?
I don't know, bro.
Look, if you want my advice, like count sheep or something. Or watch Booba.
Booba?
I'm going back to bed.
Well, I ended up pulling an all-nighter. Booba is a pretty interesting show, though.
Sadly, this appointment is not about Booba. This is about you and your poor sleep schedule.
I know last session I said I was getting better, but my stress has been spiking this week and I've barely gotten sleep.
What are you stressing about? The story didn't have a clear motive, so what is really bothering you?
Kind of feels like every little thing's been bothering me lately. School and work get me so stressed I can't take it.
Can we pinpoint any specifics within school or work?
Here, we see Mr. Laker is using rational emotive behavior therapy. This therapy technique examines and defines the self-destructive techniques that the client cannot figure out themselves. Mr. Laker does not seek to put blame onto Big Martin or the others in his life. He is simply trying to help Big Martin through his distress by helping and understanding.
My AP Psych class can't help but fall asleep. I'm super behind and can't focus on anything new that we learn. Miss Sloman touched my shoulder. I jumped 6 to 7 feet in the air. I was on edge for the rest of the day after that. I kept thinking that someone was going to tap my shoulder or touch me again. I constantly looked around in all my classes.
Your negative thoughts about your class create these self-fulfilling feelings which then reinforce behaviors. If you focus your energy on the positives of the class, then you should get a better outcome and less stress.
I can't think of anything good with my psych class. I have no friends there, I have a dean in the class, and always get yelled at. How am I supposed to have a positive mindset about it?
A positive mindset isn't forced happiness. It's about not letting your sadness get the best of you. Anxiety can trap you in a cycle of self-destruction, sort of like Ouroboros, if you will.
For the uninformed, Ouroboros is an ancient Greek idea of a snake eating itself alive. It's in an eternal loop. When trapped in a cycle caused by anxiety, you only keep circling what you have already circled, instead of finding a light at the end of the tunnel. You never stop circling the stress, so if you don't actively try to fight it, you won't remain neutral. You'll just keep eating yourself.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
It can be difficult to realize while not being from an outsider's perspective. We get lost in our own heads most of the time.
Okay, we'll have another entry for us to go over.
Go right ahead.
Hey Lucas, I know that I'm calling out of nowhere, but we should totally hang out today. Oh, come on, what's wrong?
I'm pretty sure I have schoolwork I need to get done.
Uh-huh. You mean the homework that we spent all last night working on?
Oh, are you sure that was all of it?
Yes, we even triple-checked it.
Well, there's gotta be something.
Dude, you worked hard and you finished your work. Just take a break.
I just know there's gotta be something I missed. Maybe a chore around the house, something I have to clean.
We both knew you were a bit of a clean freak, but besides, it's Saturday. You can easily get it done tomorrow or even tonight.
But you just get your important work done before you take a break. Gosh.
You good?
Oof. My stomach hurts so badly right now. I barely feel like I can move.
Hello? You know what? Whatever. I'll just call you tomorrow. See ya.
Lots to unpack here.
It's like a lost cause, Mr. Laker.
Let's not jump the gun. You're simply just stuck in rumination.
Rumination?
That's the official term for obsessive dwelling on negative emotions. In your case, that is stress.
Can you elaborate on that? I'm not quite sure I understand.
Sure thing. You become so accustomed to becoming stressed and panicking that your brain does not allow itself to calm down. So, in moments where most people would relax, your brain stresses because that's become its normalized state, similar to how calm is a natural state to the average.
Oh, I see.
This would also explain the stomach pain from the end of your conversation.
What do you mean by that?
Stress can directly affect your digestive function. This is also why there is a common link between anxiety and IBS.
Really? I've learned so much today I never even thought about it. But, is there anything I can do about it?
The best thing you can do is be self-aware. You need to write that call in your journal, which is a sign of in the right direction. If you can catch yourself in these anxious thoughts, you can decipher whether it's an actual problem solving or it's unproductive worrying. While this isn't a way to cure your anxiety like I know you hope it would be, it's still managing your stress much better than before.
That sounds really helpful. I'll make sure to use that.
Very glad to hear, but it seems our time is up.
Thank you, Mr. Laker.
Thank you. Make sure you keep journaling.
Mr. Laker rounds out the session using dialectical behavior therapy, demonstrating emotional regulation and tolerance towards distress. Mr. Laker doesn't pretend to be able to solve all of Big Martin's problems, but he is mindful about how Big Martin feels and carefully gives him ideas on how to regulate his emotions. To recap what we have learned today, cognitive behavioral therapy focuses mainly on dialectical behavior therapy and rational emotive behavior therapy. Dialectical behavior therapy tolerates distress and carefully tries to handle emotional regulation. Rational emotive behavior therapy seeks to identify irrational thoughts, as those thoughts turn into behaviors, thus meaning replacing them with rational and constructive thoughts can lead to better behavior. As seen throughout the session, Big Martin suffers from generalized anxiety disorder. Generalized anxiety disorder is an excessive and uncontrollable worry for at least 6 months, characterized by lingering stress known as rumination, and can affect the body beyond mental health, such as the digestive system. Cognitive behavioral therapy often involves collaboration between the therapist and patient that often involves homework, such as journaling or practicing new skills in order to combat the disorder. And with that, our session is over. I thank you all for listening today. This has been Big Martin Goes to Therapy.